Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I just came on here to do a little chit-chatting, and we're going to be sipping. I was going to smoke, not no ganja, just herbs. This is butterfly pea flower, blue lotus, mullein, majorian, damiana, and mugwort. And when I tell y'all, it is a magical blend. Like, it's just, for me, it's relaxing. I like to do it before I'm meditating. It just calms me and helps me get into a meditative state a lot easier than I can do on my own. But yeah, so I decided to drink instead because I didn't feel like rolling up. But I am going to light some incense. I went to the herbal store today, so I'm just going to do a little quick haul of what I got. I got Blue Moon Flora. This is probably the one that I'm going to light because I got Nag Champa as well, but I've already used 2 today, and I go through incense super fast. I can't, am I doing something wrong? But then I got some herbs for my online apothecary. So if you're into loose leaf teas, if you're into spelled oils, if you're into spiritual baths, things of that nature, then just go online. I also have root work services. I do readings. I do spell work for you. All of that. So I have some orders to send out, so I needed to stock up on herbs. I have star of anise. I have lavender. These 2 are stuck together, but I have butterfly pea flower and I have hibiscus. I also have chamomile. And I have damiana, which is my favorite herb. And I'll probably make a video talking about herbs and my favorite herbs and whatnot. So today, what do I want to talk about? I feel like there's so much going on in my life, not even just at this moment, but for the past year to talk about. But I feel like I'm just going to start off with talking about being in the flow state and detaching from outcomes, because this is definitely a lesson that I've had to teach myself this year. Now, I won't say that I'm new to the whole concept of detaching and the concept of being in a flow state to get the things that you desire. It's one thing to know and to say it and to preach it, and it's another thing to actually be able to do it. Now, everyone has their own battles to fight, their own lessons to get through, and their own things to learn along the way. But something that I've definitely learned is that detaching is not something that is easy. So I feel like a lot of people get on here and they're like, yes, detach from your outcomes, just let go, flow. But especially if you've grown up in a lower income family, or your household wasn't as safe as it should have been, or you went through some things in your life that just made you feel unsafe within yourself or unsafe financially or unsafe just around others in your neighborhood, whatever the case may be, then you will find that it is harder, much harder, to detach. And not necessarily detach per se, but to just get your mind to a state where you are able to detach, because our mind is our biggest hindrance. Something that's been helping me, I've been trying to implement rituals. So for instance, like doing yoga and meditation every day. I find that yoga and meditation has calmed me and has given me the ability to focus on where my mind actually is. So I always tell people, especially like my clients, like less talking, more listening, especially when it comes to yourself. Because when you listen, you will find out a lot of things. When you're listening more than you are speaking, you will know so much more. So that's what I take into consideration while I'm meditating, because meditating isn't about clearing your mind or getting your mind fully clear. It's about letting your thoughts arise and then letting them pass. And so, for me, my hindrance was I would let my thoughts come and go. But then when it's like late night, that's when you're overthinking again. You're like, yeah, like I know things are going to work out for me, but what if this? What if that? I still need to go do this. I still need to, go and do these things to make sure that I'm okay, rather than trusting into the universe, rather than trusting your spirit guides, rather than trusting your ancestors, okay? Especially when we come to them and ask them for things and then still don't trust them. They're like, why did you even ask me? Like, you should have, just not asked me at all, because now you don't trust that I can even do it for you. And another key to that is trusting in yourself. If you don't trust yourself, then you're already starting on a rocky foundation. You get me? And so I had to learn to trust myself and feel safe within myself to feel like I was okay, that things were going to be okay, no matter what things look like at any given moment, no matter how things look right now in this moment. And another thing is you have to be able to find peace within the storm. I know, like, when I was thinking about quitting my job, because my job has given me, like, some traumatic experiences. And I've been telling myself all year, like, you need to leave, like, but I don't want another job. And I want to make money strictly from my metaphysical shop, strictly from my fashion design, strictly from my art. So all year I've just been like trying to detach from the job and trying to detach from the outcome of like, how will my bills get paid? Like, because I'm not seeing money right now. I mean, I am now. I'm talking about in the past, well, a couple months ago, but I'm not seeing any money right now. I just opened my shop. Like, how can I detach from the outcome about whether or not my bills will be paid, whether or not my manifestation will be here in time? And so I struggle with that. And I feel like my biggest takeaway from this whole experience this year is that trusting yourself is the number one thing, because I did not trust myself to get sales. I did not trust that I was a good enough artist to sell paintings. I did not trust that I was a good enough fashion designer to get opportunities. I did not trust that the financial abundance would just flow in, and make sure that I was safe. So I kept making deadlines for myself. And with these deadlines, I would be like, okay, at this time, I'm going to like quit my job. This month, I'm going to quit my job. And, you know, I didn't. I stayed because I was scared of not being able to pay my bills. I was scared of just being broke. And like when you're from low income household, like as a child, then you always are like, I don't want to go back to that. Like it's like a PTSD type of thing. So you don't want to be like in a struggle state. But also something that I've learned with that is just you don't want to be in a struggle state of mind. Because in my mind, I was in a struggle state. Physically, I was not. I was in a mindset of lack. And so what that did was make me penny pinch, make me want to go in more, which I couldn't even do because it was so like traumatic and stressful for me to even go and get ready for this job. I recently moved into a new apartment. It's bigger, it's spacious, it's better, more bedrooms, more bathrooms. And this is one of the things that I manifested. I didn't know how, because I'm like, if I get a new place, then I need to keep this job because things are already seeming like they're not like working out for me. And my manifestations just seem as though they're getting farther and farther away from me. But when I moved into this home, I realized something. I realized that things are working out for me no matter what. You have to learn to let go. And like I said, one thing that taught me how to let go was meditation, was analyzing my own thoughts and seeing where my thoughts were clouding my mind, and then going into my reality. Because I thought that I still needed the job or else I was going to be broke. The times where I would like be like, okay, this is my last week and not go in for the next few weeks, I would not have any sales. I would not have any money until I had like $0 in my bank account. And then I would be like, okay, damn, I need to go back. This isn't working. And it took me finally like, girl, fuck that job, to be like, okay, I'm not going back. The money is gonna come. And I saw this guy, I forgot his name on YouTube, but I was looking up like other people like quitting their job, and I was like, how to quit your job. And when I opened the video, he was like, you want to know how to quit your job? Put in your 2 weeks notice and leave. And he was like, the thing about it is you need to put more hours into what you want to do rather than putting most of your hours in your day into things that you don't want to do. So from that point forward, when I would stay home from work, because like it's like a job, like you can go in like anytime you want, and you basically like create your own schedule. But when I would stay home, I would be like filming my oil bottles. I would be painting and filming my art and posting and just like trying to get it out there, trying to create content for it, trying to let people really see it, because this is something that I want to do. This is how I want to live my life. This is what I want to fund my life. I want to get paid to exist. I want to get paid to create. So if I'm not just existing and I'm not just creating, then how can I expect the money to flow in? How can I get paid from something that I'm not doing? Of course, what I'm putting more energy towards, that's where I'm going to get the most out of, the most abundance out of it, because I'm putting a lot of energy into it. I'm going to get a lot back from it. And so that really helped me trust myself, because the more I started putting energy into what I actually wanted, the more it was flowing for me and working out for me. And when I say energy, I don't mean go and work your ass off. I don't mean go and work day and night. If you want to do that, cool. But when I manifest, I ask for things to flow to me easily, and I ask to be at peace and have serenity, and to not work hard for the things that I have, but for things to be attracted to me with ease, to be magnetic, to prosperity, good health, love with ease. I don't want to work hard. I don't want to work hard. I want to live life. I want to laugh. I want to love. I want to heal. So there's not a lot of room for working hard. I'm just here to create. But yeah, so once I realized this, things just, and it wasn't like that particular moment. Even though I was putting the energy in, I still wasn't here with it. Y'all, I just bought new wine glasses. That's why the barcode's still on the bottom. Because me and my boyfriend are obviously childish and we keep breaking them. But yeah, so I still wasn't in my mind with it. I still wasn't here with it. It's like I'm doing it, but I'm going through the motions. I'm not thinking like this is actually going to work out for me. Until I moved into my new space, new beginnings, brings new opportunities, brings room for new ideas, brings room for new ways of thinking. So that was my mindset coming into here. And one thing that I told myself was that I didn't want to bring the negative energy of my job into my new space. So when I got here, when I tell you, like my mind was just like, I was meditating, I was doing my yoga, and my thoughts were just like, it's working for me. I like to focus on the water, and I like to, especially in the shower, I like to look at the water and be like, the water adapts to change well. The water can be in any shape or form you want it to be. And because of this, because our bodies are made up of mostly water, then I can take any shape or form that I want to. And so every shower I meditated with this, and because I like to meditate in the shower or else I'll forget, because I'm not that great at meditating, and you don't have to be great because it still worked out for me. So, and it's still working out for me. Everything is a learning experience. Every day you can grow. Everything Every day you can learn something new. But when I got here, I was like, yeah, new place, new me. I'm going to meditate faithfully. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to drink my teas. And I'm going to start expressing gratitude for the things that I already have, living in the present moment, because that's another thing that held me back. Was I was so focused on manifesting for the future that I could not even focus on what was going on around me. And I feel like that's the thing about manifesting, is you want to express gratitude for the now. Not only do you want to manifest your desires, but you don't want to solely focus on bringing things in, okay? Find peace and serenity in your now. And so once I started doing that, when I tell you, things just were like, I would get an order here, an order there. I found myself manifesting very easily with being in a mind state of things are working out for me no matter what. Don't worry, don't stress. Your ancestors won't let you fall. Your spirit guides won't let you fall. Yourself will not let you fall. And I would meditate and just be like, I feel safe in here. Because also the thing about working with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, your deities, whoever, you want to feel safe in here. Because trusting yourself is the only way that you will be able to trust anybody else, any other spirit, any other deity. You need to feel safe in here. And so I started healing like my root chakra. Right now, I'm still in the process of healing my root chakra. This is linked to your confidence level. This is linked to inner safety, just feeling safe in general. This is linked to your financial problems. This is linked to being in a mindset of like struggle, okay? So anytime you're healing your chakras, I always say that you want to start from your root. You want to start from the bottom and work your way up so things just flow. I'm loving this word lately. Like, I'm in a state of flow. Like, I'm just flowing. Now, with my root chakra, I've been doing a lot of, like, sacred dance, a lot of yoga. I'm working on getting a pole in my place so that I can pole dance, because I feel like that would heal me. But that's just me. That's just something that I desire. And I've been working on healing my relationship with my divine feminine, and also helping my Patreon members. If you're a part of my Patreon, you already know I've been talking about the divine feminine lately. One thing about like working with my clients, I like to give them healing advice and also allow them to heal along with me. I tell them things that I'm learning along the way, because nobody's perfect. I'm still very young. I'm only 22, so don't expect me to know it all. I'm just telling you what I'm learning from my experiences and what's working out for me. So I've been working on healing my divine feminine and just connecting with my shadow self. Also with my sacral, and not feeling guilt or shame about what has happened to me and what I've been going through, especially with like sexual assault, because you can feel a lot of guilt and shame with sexual assault. And so, yeah, if you've been dealing with sexual assault, or you still have trauma stored in your womb from sexual assault, heal your relationship with your shadow self and your divine feminine. Get in tune with your naked body. Also on Patreon, I've been talking a lot about divine erotica and like sex magic and just feeling sexy and using your sexiness to manifest and cast spells. But that's something that I've been focusing on lately. And healing my relationship with my yoni and my body and my womb in general. When you heal your womb, you heal the women before you, your mothers before you. So that's something else to think about. But yeah, so this is your sign to start getting in tune with yourself, start meditating, start doing yoga, start dancing, start going to the gym, find a hobby, tennis, golf, like run, move your body. Move your body, because a lot of things are stored in here and in here. This is something inside. This is something we cannot physically change on the outside, okay? We have to heal from the inside out. But yeah, this is a long video. So I'm probably going to be making another talking video. But thank you guys for watching. And yeah.